Hope you're all doing well. Um, it's good to be with you. My recording studio flooded today. Um, Super fun. Most of my gear, most of my synths and guitars and stuff, they're pretty much all fine. Which is a silver lining, but the studio itself probably has to get rebuilt. Anyway, I come to you today because I'm gonna have a conversation with a new friend of mine, somebody named Terry Carnation, who I'll be honest, I don't know a ton about, but I think we're about to learn like a bunch more about them. So I'm gonna see if he's ready. Let's see. Yeah, I've sent Terry a request. We're gonna see how this goes. Um, anyway, this should be interesting. Terry,
Hello,
how you doing, Terry?
I'm well. I'm connecting.
I can see you great. Can you see me okay?
I can. I can.
Wonderful. How's your April 1st going?
It's going terrible.
Yeah,
April Fools, it's going terrifically.
that's wonderful. It's a pleasure to meet. I know we've spoken before. It's a pleasure to really meet you. Um, is there anything that you specifically, is there any agenda you want to cover today?
Well, do you mind if I call you Funny Ass?
Yes.
Um, as you know, I'm looking for a composer for
Oh yeah.
my new show, the podcast Dark Air with Terry Carnation,
Hmm.
available where all fine podcasts are streaming. And so I heard you were interested in the job, and I'd love to discuss that with you.
Yeah, I'm interested in anything that would involve us working together. I think it'd be really exciting. Whenever I work with people on sort of like assignment work, like theme songs, podcast material, I like to ask like what like references they have. Like, do you have any reference music inspiration? Like, what are your favorites?
Well, I was thinking about something that was like "Garapa, garapa, and it goes Hawaiian a little bit.
I have a lap steel, which sounds very Hawaiian. I feel like I could use that
Let's
on this
try
if
it.
you want.
Let's go. Do you have it right with you, or
No,
did
it's
it get
down. It's
lost in
down
the
in
flood?
my studio that's flooded. So I wish
Oh.
that were an April Fool's joke, but
Um,
yeah.
yes, yes, that I'm sorry about the flood. I guess my greatest inspiration is music that goes kind of like hey and then goes small and then it's like oh, strings on come boom 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 chorus like
This is music that you can find. You've found this music. You have a library of music like this.
you asked me about my inspiration. I mean, if you don't want to hear what my
No,
inspiration
I
is, that's
understand
fine.
that it's
Don't
your
ask.
inspiration, but you're like I like all the music that goes like this. Are you spitballing? Is this like off the dome or is this are you like did you have or can you name an artist that makes music that sounds this way?
You're the one who's off the dome. Okay?
A good point.
Okay. So why don't you do this? Why don't you I think I want okay, so the show Dark Air is a
Yes.
paranormal call-in show, late night AM radio paranormal call-in show. So it needs to be a little bit spooky, a little haunted, a
Okay.
little unsettling,
Hmm.
but at the same time, it's groovy, baby.
I like that. I think
Can you
that's a
get
great
with that?
inspiration.
Can you get with
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. Could I just out of curiosity, like I know that you're so embroiled in this in the dark arts. What's your origin story with that? Where how did you come to know such a wealth of knowledge about the dark arts?
Well, I'll tell you, uh, Phineas, did you ever see the movie Ghost Dad with Bill Cosby?
With Bill, I know I was young enough when Bill Cosby was outed as being a
Yes. I
uh,
think you're a little too young. It was an 80s movie, but
ghost dad. I'm looking it
I
up right now.
I hate to even bring up that name Bill Cosby. Ugh. Horrible
Hmm.
things he did. Horrible things he did. But he made some terrific entertainment along the way.
Right.
Sorry, Ghost Dad being his finest work.
Mm.
And, well, it's about a dad who's a ghost. And the title gives it all away. I had a mother who was a ghost. I had a ghost mom.
Your ghost.
And this is what connected me with the supernatural.
Mm.
Um, we had a wonderful relationship. She raised me my entire childhood. Um, it it caused some difficulty at times. She would make me a sandwich, like, "Oh, Rain, would you like a sandwich?" And then she would try and open the refrigerator, and she couldn't,
Right. Couldn't. So she couldn't touch hard matter, firm matter.
which made laundry difficult, cooking, picking up the dog poop in the yard. I had to do all of this. So she would direct me. She would be
Yeah, she
like,
was sort of a
"Okay,
director.
Ray, okay, Terry, open the fridge, get out the bread, put the mayonnaise on it." Now, a lot of the neighbors and even Dr. Friedrichsen thought that I was delusional, but because they said, "Well, he's got a screw loose because his mom left um, when he was a child. She took off and left him and his dad to be raised alone in Sandusky, Ohio, and he's delusional and thinks he has a ghost mother." But that's not true. She was there every single day. I would speak to her, she would speak back to me. We had, and we still have, ongoing conversations. Not now, Mom. I'm on an Instagram live um, with some ginger musician. So that began my interest in the paranormal. No,
Um, wow. So, do you feel that your paranormal training has strengthened your relationship with your mom, or has it always been strong enough, and that was sort of the inspiration for you, sort of to dive deeper into the paranormal world?
that was my inspiration precisely. It was my I knew, Phineas, that there was a reality behind this material veil, that there are layers of truth and reality and a mystery behind this. What is this? This physical world of cups and pens and tape dispensers and glasses cases and coasters and an empty smoothie glass that contained a protein smoothie from the morning and notebook and keys to cars and hats, and I've run out of stuff.
So so for people that want to become as well versed as you, I'm assuming that Dark Air with Terry Carnation is the place to go.
It is. It's the podcast. The first episode dropped. You say that right? It dropped.
That's what the kids say these days. Yes.
Yeah, it dropped today. So you can stream it onto your iPod.
Oh
You just
wow.
take out your iPod, connect it to your computer. Make
Yeah,
sure that your
hang
computer.
on.
Mhm.
I'm seeing if they even make iPods anymore.
What are you talking
Uh,
about?
yeah, Apple iPod. They make an iPod Touch. That seems to be the last one that they're actually manufacturing.
I wish my
iPod
mother.
Touch speed.
I
Yeah.
wish my ghost mother could use an iPod Touch, but alas, the
Right.
touch is just beyond her reach.
I
By
understand.
the way, Phineas, which of those paint samples are you going to go with? You're going to go with the darker or the creamier?
So this room, I'm in our
Hmm.
guest room. We're going to go darker for the guest room, lighter for the guest powder room.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's our
That'll
choice. And then
suffice. That'll
we're
suffice.
working on we're trying to see our ceiling has a kind of a like a I don't know what that's called. Like the molding of the ceiling just sort of slants, and
Hmm.
we're trying to decide whether we want the paint color to go on everything or if we want to put a strip of crown molding on part of it and then keep the ceiling white. What do you think, Terry?
I molding. I think it'll be exquisite. I think what you want to do is the darker paint below, then a halfway paint on the diagonal, and then a
Mm,
lighter paint on the ceiling. So great, a gradation of
I like
lightness
that.
headed towards the ceiling.
I think that's a really good idea. I watched it doesn't look like I understand that it's not your house, but I feel like I've seen the house that it is clear to me that you're in on an architectural digest. You must have a friend who's done an Arc Digest or something.
I don't know what you're talking about. I live in an apartment on Cahuenga Boulevard. One 1367 and a half Cahuenga, right by Highland, just in the middle of,
Right by Highland?
yeah, in the middle of everything.
That's
Yeah.
probably, in terms of being a lightning rod for paranormal activity, that's probably the nucleus, the epicenter.
There's tremendous power in Hollywood, and certainly the legend of for all the deaths, the murders, the ghosts, the hauntings. Hollywood is an epicenter, like you say.
Yeah.
Do you have a musical instrument there with you? Anything at all?
No, I have nothing. It's all down in the flood zone. I'm sitting here. The only musical instrument, the only thing I'm counting as a musical instrument is I have my laptop open. I'm working on some beats for my album
Can
and
you
for your podcast theme
let
too.
me hear? Can I hear some of your beats?
Sure, let's see. I've got a really good like hi-hat pattern going on right here. Listen to how much of a jam this is here. I'll unplug my headphones so that the audience can hear. Give me a second. Give me a second. Here we go.
What do you call that?
It's
Yeah.
something new. It's something new. It's something new. It's a jam.
That's crisp.
Yeah, it's nice, nice, tinny laptop audio speakers. But
How did
yeah,
you get all of those people to do the hand claps all at the same time like that? Did you get a chorus of people? If you ever need a hand clap musician, that's part of my expertise.
don't you also? I feel like I read in the description of the Terry Carnation audiobook that you play a lot of theremin, right?
A lot of theremin, yes. I have,
I can't play theremin at all. I'd love to have you come play some theremin.
yes, I'm a theramite. I've been taking theremin for my attention deficit disorder since I was 14, and liked it so much I decided to take. That was a terrible joke. I'm so sorry. That was terrible. But it sounds like a medication, doesn't it? Oh, I need to take my theremin.
Theremin sounds like a medication. There's some other music. I think Mellotron sounds like a medication also.
Right, like
Mel
melatonin.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Mellotron sounds
Hmm.
like you'd take it
Hmm.
to relax.
Right. Xanax sounds like a medication. Mm.
Xanax.
Lexapro. I play the Lexapro,
Yeah,
and
I play
that is
this
a that's
the Zoloft. That's the
oh, I
yeah
love the Zoloft. That's some funky jams on that Zoloft.
yeah the
Um,
Zoloft the Zolophone. That would
mm.
be the instrument version. Well,
Listen,
Terry, it's such a treat to get to speak with you. I want
yes,
to get straight to work on this theme tune for you, so
yep.
I'm gonna dive right in.
Lots of hand. I like hand claps. So let's go
Okay, well, I
Hawaiian
have
with
no
hand
shortage of
claps.
hand claps. Okay, Hawaiian and then hand claps.
Hawaiian theremin hand claps
Zoloft.
and some Zoloft and sprinkles a little Zoloft on top, just like sprinkles. Thank you for having me on your
Hey,
little.
thanks for taking time out of your day to talk to me, Terry.
Oh my God, it was an honor. It was an honor. I
Enjoy,
love everything.
enjoy Cahuenga and Hollywood and Highland, and
I just want to say,
watch out for the Optimus Prime who patrols the boulevard. He can get a little bit feisty.
yes, I had the shit beat out of me by a drunk Spiderman one night, 2 in the morning. And it was a kid. It was some 14-year-old pimply kid under there. I pulled the mask off. It wasn't Spider-Man. Spoiler alert. Just a drunk teenager. Listen, I am really grateful that your sister gave you a career. So super grateful to her for doing that. And thank you, Billy, if you're watching. And good luck with everything. Good
I
luck
think
with everything.
nepotism. Well, I guess is nepotism parental only? Because I think of siblings as sort of like a nepotistic
It's
thing.
Yeah, I don't know what any of those words mean, but either
Nepotism.
way, You're fantastic. Good luck with the painting and with the flooding. And
Thank you. Appreciate it.
thank you for having me on your little social media show.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching the viewer numbers just tick, just a straight, 2008, 2009 stock market crash as this interview has
Yes, I
progressed.
mean
So,
it's selective. You see, we
yes.
started with 30,000 tr pieces of trash,
And now
and
there's
now we're
six
down to
6,000
6,000
patriots.
choice. Yes, exactly, exactly.
All right. Well, it was wonderful talking to you, Terry.
Godspeed, you mad genius.
All right. Take care.